one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? Shoots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Donnarumma gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Savinho. Timber does well not to be outdone there. Chance here to counter. He's picked his way through. Lobbed in behind. Well, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's one-on-one, surely! Chance! And he's done it! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Savinho. He's found a way through. Nice interception, well timed. And here's the chance to counter. Saka. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gabriel cuts out the pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Eze. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! And that's in. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Complete awareness, he understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Some really good ball movement. Shot a goal! You've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Saka actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Arsenal have their third corner. Kusanov with the clearance. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now there's a fine ball. Stones clears it away. Great chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Gyökeres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Arsenal have their lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Semenyo. Pass is just off target.
Rice.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cherki. Cherki was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. It's a good run he's making out on the left. That's a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Arsenal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Quality ball. Good effort from distance. Oh, good read. Lewis. And here comes the corner. Calafiori getting this one clear. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Stood up well to him there. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And smartly reclaimed. Lewis Skelly. And here's Havertz. Real chance. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nico Gonzalez. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seats, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy.
First half is up.
So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely
second
fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Arsenal ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval.
Substitution.
So the action resumes. That's travelling a long way. Marmoush with the cross. Saliba gets it away.
Manchester clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And it's Lewis Skelly. And here's Saka, showing good feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well read, nice interception. Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gyökeres has found the net here, of course. Chance for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nicely weighted ball. Saka. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gyökeres.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Lewis Skelly. Now it's Havertz. Tries to pass it through. Lewis. Looking for the run. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And the finish! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 49, Lewis Skelly. Coming on the field.
Madueke.
Number 20, Madueke.
Arsenal perhaps
Number
wondering what the best
23,
time is for their
Miguel
next
Moreno.
substitution.
Substitution in progress.
Gyökeres threads one in, and the shot's on here. Madueke! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Rice. Now it's Havertz. And it's Marino. Little pass back. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. O'Reilly. Saliba makes the interception. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Madueke gets on his bike and he shoots! And that should get the job done. Haaland is onto it in a flash.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
They're urging him to shoot. Goes for a shot! Oh, good finish. Once more they've done it. They just will not lie down.
The goal
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Substitution for Arsenal.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So again, we have parity.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Oh, that's a key interception. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Just eases him off the ball. Nicely shaped ball, and that could set him on his way. He's gone for goal! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Gyökeres. Madueke. He's got away. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Time.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Trossard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's intervened well there. Reinders. He's shifting through. Bullish header! And that's it. They will have to shake on that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire. Manchester United going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals
Hello,
one more
everybody,
time.
and welcome to
A
today's
day
match.
for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
Things already rolling. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Semenyo! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Our very first corner. Terrific effort! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
He is through here. And Burmo. Delivered low. And he's heaved it away. It's run loose here.
That's going in strongly.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. So what can they make of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bruno Fernandes running with intent. Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Decent chance! Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Semenyo.
Manchester definitely hot.
He's gone for goal! De Ligt with the clearance.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Now that's well seen too. And reclaimed it in a trice. Matheus Cunha. Spread to the right. Space for him to turn and look. In towards the back stick. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And he cuts out the supply. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. 30 minutes gone. Šeško. No, didn't quite have the weight on it. That's really well cleared. Nico Gonzalez. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cherki. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Always onto this. Shot a goal! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Casemiro. And it's Mainu. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Semenyo. And it's been hooked away. And he's there to clear it. Bruno Fernandes. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Hoisted in. And the ball is out of play.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Some resolute defending there. Cherki gets flagged offside. Gehi. That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Manchester United have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Substitution in progress.
Down to business again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Bomo receives it in a wide position. Oh, shooting chance!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Mainu. He'll try from distance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Manchester United have their second corner now. Great chance! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Savinho. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Mainu. It's a pretty loose pass. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Šeško! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Heaven. Savinho. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Knocks it into space. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a throw. Fredriksson. Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. And Bomo providing an outlet on that flank. He has found the way through. Rodri clears. Now it's Haaland. And they can counter here. And he's got the beating of his man. There's the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No, he's not getting any further than that. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Now this could... And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. De Ligt tries to clear. Matheus Cunha.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Looking for the run. Bruno Fernandes. And Bomo in acres of space out wide. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Malacia with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Quality ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Defending was strong and firm. Oh, good spread. Rodri. And he's there to retrieve it. He's having a hit! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 8, Bruno Fernandes. Number 19, Mbeumo. Number 37, Mainoo. Coming on the field, number 7, Mason Mount. Number 70, number 48.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Doku attempts a clearance. Chips it through. O'Reilly, he's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's an excellent interception. Martinez. Ugarte is there to clear. That should get the job done. O'Reilly is onto this. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution... Chance for a shot! Off the post! Lisandro Martinez. Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact. Kusanov is there, and he can pick it up. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Defending of the desperate variety. And that is that. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably... Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged. They cannot stand losing to each other. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Genuinely a heavyweight contest, North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
So things are underway. Maguire cuts it out. No way through. Jose. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, we all know that.
Judge, surely! Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant... Gyökeres! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gyökeres might just make this. Martinelli. And here's Havertz. Looking to play him in. Martinelli! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
It's starting to look for... Header! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Maguire gets it away. Odegaard! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cleared away. Can he spark a counter here? Sure. Almost half an hour in now. That's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears here. Mainoo. And he's there to get it away. Has a look and plays it forward. Looking for the run. And he's in on goal. That looks a header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
And Mbeumo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. That has not gone well. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Saliba cuts out the pass. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's picked his way through. Martinelli. And the shot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And it's Eze. Tries one from range. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Cunha wants to run onto this.
There will be 3 minutes.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
tries from a long way out. Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
This possibly the last play of the half. Gabriel clears it away. Mainoo. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that is the end of the first half.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Arsenal largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1.
Substitutions taking place.
So, into the second half. Rice. Eze. And here's Havertz. He's having a hit! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Havertz at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. Casemiro can get it clear. Some really good ball movement. He's got away. Goes for a shot! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Arsenal palpably stronger, better, superior. And he's managed to get rid.
Arsenal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And he welcomes it in. Real chance! It's fallen kindly here. It's a goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Can he get it through? Now it's Odegaard. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Zirkzee. Manchester United have it back and can go again. Shoots! And he's stuck it away! That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 8.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
11,
Manchester
Gabriel
United
Martinelli.
get their goal,
Number
a bit of
10,
respectability restored.
Coming on the field, number 19.
Merino.
Trossard.
Arsenal
Number 7,
still have the cards to affect this game.
Number 23,
And he's managed to get free.
Mikel Merino.
There's the shot! And that's a tiny finish. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
He'll try from distance! And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's played through for him. Now it's Havertz. He's one-on-one, surely! And he shoots! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Arsenal are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that.
Big chance! Well taken goal. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now it's Havertz. He's on it, can he get away? And it's chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Trossard!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Well timed, excellent interception. Diogo Dalot. Nicely weighted ball. Cunha showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just eases him off the ball. Threads one in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gyökeres. Maguire promptly onto that, and that is that. Matheus Cunha. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Havertz does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 41, Rice. Coming on to replace him is number 49.
That's been intercepted.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Gyökeres has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 33, Calafiori. Coming on the field is...
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Tenga.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Havertz. Good ball, good take. That's a lovely, neat pass. Trossard. And that's it. Arsenal have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable.